Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It is mid afternoon here inside Ukraine, and I'm coming to you with three translations that just happened within the last hour or two with President Zelensky meeting with the president of Moldova. He took that opportunity to take Vladimir Putin to school. Ladies and gentlemen, you were getting ready to hear the truth in regard and an answer to Putin's statements last night that I will only talk with the Trump, that he wouldn't even call his name Zelensky, the Kiev regime is illegitimate and therefore we can't negotiate. So that's a bunch of trash. That's off the table. Well, at the meeting today with the president of Moldova, Zelensky took the opportunity to answer two huge questions. Number one, about the legitimacy of negotiations with Russia. Number two, he answered, is United States military aid still coming to Ukraine? Zelensky himself answers that. I've been sent many messages today asking, Greg, is it true? Is the military aid stopped? In fact, last night I was sending messages. So guys, take all of that off the table. Zelensky himself answers that. And the answer is yes, U.S. military aid is still coming. And then finally, the third clip I'm going to share with you, Zelensky takes the opportunity to stick the needle right in Putin's eye in regard to the Transnistria region, to Tiraspol, the capital of that breakaway region that is actually Moldova. And what does Zelensky do? Offers to help. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Let's start with it. The first one is about negotiations and Zelensky's response to Vladimir Putin.
President Putin repeated he's open to talks on Ukraine, which President Trump is pushing for. Russians spread rumors about decrees. Still living in 1917, we had discussions about whether we can talk or not. I'll answer. It's mainly the National Security Council's decision. I signed the decree because Putin quickly built many channels with separatists and other states' representatives. Regarding the impact on Ukraine, our independence, and me directly, there were many negotiations and backroom political deals. I quickly stopped it, halting separatism in our country by banning any Ukrainian political figures from negotiating with Russia, with Putin's supporters throughout the war. And it was when their troops were here in the Kyiv region, and they did it. They pressed, tried to put pressure through many different corridors, and the Deputy Corps are citizens of Ukraine, and the Deputy Corps of our colleagues and the United States, etc. There were many different washed sites. I just realized that we and our respective authorities can't control it. That's all. So I made a perfectly fair decision. I'm president of Ukraine. I am the leader of certain negotiations, and I forbade everyone else. I understand that Putin does not like it because he had a lot of channels, and there are channels about that everyone knows, because the people in question were arrested and then we traded them for our military. So the decision was as follows. What will be the platform for negotiations, Ukraine, America? I really hope that there will be Ukraine, America, Europe, and Russians. Yes, I would very much like to have a European voice as well. This is important for us because we will be members of the European Union.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to school. Vladimir Zelensky absolutely smashing the Putin narrative last night. Guys, I'm giving this to you as it is happening, translated into English so you can hear it and feel really educated. It's the best way. The reality is, Putin last night spewed a lot of venom, a lot of untruths. Today, just hours later, Zelensky responds and he trolls. This is not 1917. And at the beginning of the war, the pressure was coming so much from separatists, the propaganda that had been working behind the scenes, decades of infiltration. We had to stop the pressure. We had to eliminate the traitors. In fact, we put them in jail and later traded them for the return of our soldiers. You can see the image is very clear. Additionally, he goes on to say about negotiations. Well, about negotiations, United States And I desperately hope the European Union will be represented there. Ukraine, US, EU, and Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the proper plan for how it should unfold. And he says, because we're going to become members of the European Union. Now, the second big question that is out there, has aid for Ukraine stopped? We see all of the news, we see all of the rhetoric, all of the tweets, everything happening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just listen to Zelenskyy.
Not ready to discuss this today. I know there are some restrictions. We need to examine the 90-day limits on humanitarian programs closely. I know there's a large number of institutions worldwide that were previously supported by the US government. I don't know this for sure. I mean, I don't see the money. I can only say that maybe Ukraine might fall short. As for me, I'm focused on military aid, which thankfully hasn't stopped.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Two things there you need to pay attention to. Number one, if you were wondering if military aid to Ukraine has stopped, no. You take it from the president of Ukraine. No, it has not stopped. Believe me, he would know if the military aid had stopped. Secondly, did you hear him make a very direct statement to Putin? Did you catch it? He said, I don't see the money. I don't see the money. It goes to the institutions. It goes to where it's supposed to go. Very, very interesting statement back at Putin, who last night was saying Ukraine is doing nothing but stuffing their cheeks full of the billions of dollars from around the world. And those that are supporting the regime, this is what Putin was saying. Zelenskyy answered that. Now, for the last thing, and guys, I hope you're enjoying these quick translations that I'm able to get to you. If so, please consider liking the video, subscribing, commenting. Please leave comments. Last night's video blew up, and I mean in a very good way, and I'm so thankful that we're able to reach more people and make a big difference. Thank you for your help. We can't do it without you. Share it. Tell others. Now, let's go ahead and put the hammer down on the school lesson. Not only can we confirm military aid is still flowing, not only can we confirm that this is how negotiations will proceed, Zelenskyy answers everything, he then goes on to talk about Transnistria. He's meeting with the president of Moldova, and he tells the truth about the character of Ukrainian people. Okay, Russia, you promised that aid would be to Transnistria, that you would take care of their coal problem because they are cut off now. But you're not doing anything. Moldova has offered. What's happening? Nothing. So, Ukraine will offer and will help. Take a look at this.
We have coal we can supply to Moldova or to Tiraspol if they want. They claim it's not suitable, but they're using Ukrainian anthracite, stolen by Russia after the occupation. They took our coal from Donetsk and Luhansk regions and sent some to Tiraspol. It's still our coal there. I won't go into details why, but we understand what's happening. We've already consulted with Moldova about this. Tiraspol knows it too. Their people are aware. If needed, we'll send our team to quickly set up at the station. About the price I mentioned, they have a capacity of about 200 to 220 MW. The Tiraspol region itself needs 200 to 220 MW for its people. If our team goes there, the station can produce about 2 gigawatts, which is 10 times more than they need. If we provide coal, we're willing to offer it at a low price, even for free if we can get electricity from this coal. It's fair. We give coal, they get power for themselves in Moldova, we get electricity if we need imports, and we give excess power to Moldova. I think if you consider the people, it's a completely logical arrangement.
Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, that's Ukraine. So, a lot packed into that statement from Zelenskyy. Number one, he says, Tiraspol, Transnistria region, is already using our coal. They're telling us they can't use our coal, but the reality is they're already using our coal because Russia stole it from our Donetsk and Lugansk regions, has sent some of that coal to Transnistria region, so you're already using it. And then on top of that, you only need 200 to 220 megawatts. So megawatts. So what we can do is we will send our experts there to utilize our stolen coal. We will help you get your systems online, generate much more electricity than you need, and we'll even do it for free so that if needed, if we needed some electrical imports, maybe our grid has been struck by rockets from Russia, you would then transfer to us some excess electricity, and then also to Moldova. This is a great plan. This is a logical plan. This is a good plan, and this is good for all people. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Those are the three statements that Volodymyr Zelenskyy making today, taking Putin and the rest of the world to school. You guys be blessed. We'll be back at you later.